new transmitting tower, which makes KABC one of the most powerful television stations in all the West. But even this mighty tower shook to its very foundations when a bizarre, offbeat, mysterious image was first telecast just a few weeks ago. And no wonder. The image was that of KABC's internationally acclaimed glamour ghoul, Vampira. Her theme song is Meet Me Tonight in Screamland. And her impact on televiewers has been fantastic. Now, 3 short weeks after Vampira's first scary airing, Newsweek magazine told the nation about her Saturday night get-together. After 6 weeks, Life magazine devoted 3 big pages of pictures and story to Vampira. And worldwide publicity in French, English, and Australian newspapers and magazines is now being topped by a full-page spread in the Sunday edition of the New York Daily News. And all because of this sweet, lovable little key named Vampira.
Really nasty, so.
What I need is a Vampira cocktail to settle my nerves. It'll not only settle them, it will petrify. A Vampira cocktail. You like it? It hates you. I've had several letters asking whether olives or cherries should be used in making my cocktail. Well, actually, neither is necessary, since they'd only disintegrate upon being put into the cocktail. However, if you want to use some garnish, you can drop in an eyeball, if you happen to have an extra one around the house. You know, I've often been asked why I don't light my attic with electricity. Isn't that ridiculous? Everybody knows electricity is for chairs. Our little fairy tale tonight is called The 13th Guest. The 13 makes it timely, topical, and terrifying. It's about a humorous fellow who dies telling a joke. Something of a deadpan comedian. Here. Let me darken the room, and we shall commence.
We've moved down from our transmitter tower a few miles to get a better view of the enormous Los Angeles area. That's quite a sight at night, isn't it, huh? Well, here are the keys to the purchasing power of this great area, this great market. No two are alike, but they all have one thing in common. That's the ability.
Well, long before Elvira brought her ghoulish glamour to the small screen, there was another voluptuous vixen, Vampira.
She was one of the original stars of KABC. The question is, where is she now? And George Pinocchio is here with the answer.
Thank you very much, Philip. In the mid-1950s, Vampira rose weekly from her crypt to host a late-night scary movie right here on Channel 7. Today, the woman who played Vampira is 78 years old, and she's still a real scream. Call it Vampira Vision. When this sleek, sexy, and deliciously demented diva came onto the TV scene, she was an instant hit. 3 weeks into her run, she made Newsweek. 3 weeks after that, Life.
You know, I've often been asked why I don't light my attic with electricity. Isn't that ridiculous? Everybody knows electricity is for chairs.
Today, 78-year-old Mila Nurmi leads a very modest life. When Vampira was put to rest, Mila worked even harder. She opened an antique shop, created jewelry, made toilet seat covers, even cleaned toilets to make ends meet.
Currently, I'm doing drawings of Vampira, and as well as Vampira, but also other horror figures, and I sell them on eBay. I need to have my rent once a month. I always hope that'll come true.
Has it been tough?
Yeah. Not lately, but it's been tough.
But it's been fun, too. As Vampira, Mila knew how to vamp it up. She even managed to make it into the Guinness Book of World Records. Despite 36-inch hips, with a little cinching and a little invention, she whittled her waist down to 16 inches. She doesn't mean for the following to sound as gruesome as it does.
I invented a spot reducer that ate away my flesh. It's the same thing we use steak tenderizer as papaya powder, so I put it in my cold cream and wrapped it on my waist and we didn't have plastic of any kind, so I wrapped a rubber inner tube around it and slept in it, and it was just eating my waist away. It was digesting my flesh.
The image was that of KABC's internationally acclaimed glamour ghoul, Vampira.
Vampira's television time lasted little more than a year, but the impression has lasted for decades, with fans who still appreciate the contribution Vampira so joyfully made.
I'm thrilled. I don't have any babies or any social history that's remarkable, so I'm leaving something behind. You know, when the time comes to say goodbye, I'm leaving something.
Of course, Mila was also in one of the worst movies ever made, Ed Wood's Plan 9 from Outer Space. Right now, writer Chuck Harder is working on a book about Mila's Vampira days, and that is today's Hollywood Wrap.
Wow, that waist.
I know,
So tiny.
It's nice.
Incredible.
Thanks, George. Next up for us, new to the world.